Hi guys, what's up? I'm Kris Munro and welcome to another episode of Blogger Meets Blogger. I'm standing in front of Eusebi Deli, which is one of my favourite Italians in Glasgow's West End. As always, the blogger's in sight. Let's go and meet her today. Nicole, finally I get to meet you in person.
Finally, it's been too long.
Yes.
Too long.
Firstly, thank you very much for coming along tonight and being interviewed. And welcome to Blogger Meets Blogger.
I know. Finally.
So, we're in Eusebi Deli.
Yeah.
Have you ever been here before?
I've not. No, this is my first time. But I'm very excited.
I really like it here. Anytime I'm out in the West End and wanting Italian, this is my main place. Food's really good, which you're going to try later on. But first things first, introduce yourself to the camera, how people can contact you, website, whatever. Go for it.
So my name is Nicole Corbett and I'm a blogger. I've been blogging for about 2.5 years. My blog's over at nicolecorbett.blog.co.uk. It's not the most inventive name, but
I'm Kris Munro.co.uk, so
I
there
see
we
all
go.
these fancy names and I just like to keep it simple. I'm over on Twitter as Nicole Corbett 94 and on Instagram with the same name, and then over on Facebook with Nicole Corbett blog as well. So that's where you can find me.
Cool, keeps things simple. All your links will be in the bottom, in the description and things like that anyway. Yeah. So you already answered one of my questions. How long have you been blogging for? Yeah,
I started February 2016. Decided to give it a wee go. So it's been 2.5 years been blogging. So it doesn't feel like that. It feels like I've been blogging for a lot longer. I can't believe it's only 2.5 years I've been blogging. So enjoyed it.
So you said there you just decided to give it a go. Was that your main reason, or had you checked out other bloggers' websites and thought this is something I kind of fancy doing?
I'd kind of seen a few other bloggers on social media and things like that. It was always something I was interested in. At the time I was in quite a kind of crazy manic job and I had a kind of creative streak and I didn't know what to do with it. And then just one day I thought, you know what, I've seen it, I've really wanted to give it a go for so long and I'm just going to go for it and see how we get on. So finally decided to set it up and decided that I absolutely loved it. You know, it became a huge part of my life, a huge hobby, and it became a really nice way for me to unwind after what was a crazy day at work and things like that. You know, it became almost a hobby to relax with, you know, so I never realised it would become such a passion after so long.
See, that's really nice to hear. Yeah. That's good to hear. I do have questions that I prepared. So you say on your website that you are a beauty, lifestyle and advice blogger. Okay, so obviously I know beauty and lifestyle. Advice, tell me about this. Is this like I'm having problems in the family, or is it advice with regards to something else?
It's a lot of kind of issues, not that I've just faced personally, but throughout kind of growing up I've seen a lot of friends and family face. You know, I've had experiences in my family with the likes of mental health and stress, you know, a lot of kind of body issues and things like that as well, and I hope that when people read my stuff, it's not so much now I do it, but kind of when I first started it was a great passion of mine. When people read it, I wanted them to kind of feel that maybe got some help, they've been given some information that maybe didn't have before. Basically, as I said, just through personal experience, you know, I've seen friends and things like that growing up that have been through these things, and I've always wanted to help them. And when I kind of started in the blogging kind of community, I realised it was something that wasn't really lacking a wee bit. Was this kind of section where people really could take their platform and help these people, and I decided to jump on it. And I hope that, you know, these posts that I've done, if even one person reads it and feels that they've been given a wee bit of advice and a wee bit of help to help them out, then, you know, I've done my job well.
See, that's really good. That's really good. I like that.
Yeah.
So one thing I did notice on your blog as I went through it was your photos.
Yes.
Right. Wow. I have to say, I really like all your makeup photos of the products and stuff. So, do you spend a lot of time preparing them? What do you use to take the pictures? Because they do really stand out, which I think is key to being a blogger, and if you're on Instagram and other sort of photo platforms.
I actually use my phone. I'd love to be one of these people one day that own one of these really fancy cameras. It's definitely a goal, but my little Samsung S7 does me well. There's a lot of apps that are out there that are absolutely amazing for editing. A Colour Story is one of the best apps that I've used. It's really great for adding brightness and making these really sharp pictures, as you said, for this standout piece on your blog.
Yeah.
With regards to what I use to kind of like prop-wise, I think a lot of the kind of deceptions with bloggers is they've got to have all these really fancy equipment and things like that, and I like to keep it simple. I actually struggle in my house at home to try and get like a kind of nice flat surface or really fancy background, so one day I decided to go on Amazon and order a marble, it's like a sticky back. Yeah. And I use that as my background.
So it's a sticky back, it's not actual marble?
No.
See, I actually thought it was marble no. When I was looking at it.
It's a really good one, and it's really big, and you can kind of bend it out wherever you want it to be and sit products on it and things like that, and it's great for kind of a background shot as well, rather than, you know, a bedroom or whatever. And it's also quite a shiny product, so it reflects light, which is great. Again, just adding brightness. I've got quite a dull house, like we've got a lot of trees and things like that under our house, so it's quite good. Any brightness that we can get is great. With regards to other props, it's a lot of just shops of flowers and things like that that I like to use. You know, I like to get them out the shops and just to kind of add a bit of accessory to a photo, you know, being just a couple of fairy lights and things like that, and it really makes it stand out, I think. So it's something I enjoy a lot and I'm quite passionate about it, but it isn't anything fancy, unfortunately.
I would probably say, you can correct me if I'm wrong, your website is probably about 80-90% sort of beauty products, and then the difference, a mix of lifestyle and advice.
Yes, I've got a wee bit of travel in there as well. That's became a passion of mine over the last kind of year or two, but that's the odd trip here and there, and I like to kind of post a couple of pictures and things like that.
Disneyland seems to be the main one going by your Instagram.
My next trip, so definitely, yeah, that'll be coming up in probably about 8 weeks when I come back. So
excellent.
Yes.
So is the beauty the key area you're wanting to focus on, or are you wanting to try and make it sort of even along the way, blog, lifestyle, this and that?
Personally, I think beauty's the most passionate thing for me. It's always the thing I've enjoyed the most. It's probably the thing I've got most experience in as well. I mean, even from a young age, you know, it was something I always really enjoyed, getting like bath sets and things like that, and trying all these new products out. So that's probably the thing I like the most, and it's the thing that I think the readers enjoy the most as well. Maybe in the future I will try and split it up a wee bit and venture into kind of different areas, but just now I'm very happy with the kind of ratio I've got, so we'll see. I think when I first started it was a kind of bit more mixed, but as times went on I've kind of found my forte. So
I've kind of changed as well. I started food and now I'm doing a bit of travel.
Yeah, kind of everything. I think you tend to do that when you start blogging. You kind of try everything, and then after a while kind of find what you're most interested in.
Yeah, a lot I'm going to be trying, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing.
Yes, you too.
Yeah. So since you're talking about the beauty products,
yes,
do you have any favourites that you would, if you were to recommend something to the viewers?
I've tried a lot. One of my favourites, I think personally, is one of the Body Shop's face masks, and it's the Himalayan charcoal one.
Okay.
And I think it's really purifying the skin. It's great for if your skin feels tired or anything like that. It really kind of brings your skin to life almost. And it's like £15, and it's a wee jar, and you really don't need a lot of it. And it's just, it kind of does everything in one. So I think, kind of beauty wise, if someone was looking for a good staple product that kind of does it all, I think that would be the one I'd recommend, because you put it on, leave it, rinse it off, and your skin feels fantastic. It really does.
Cool. So, any beauty tips? I'm putting you in the spot here.
You are.
Because obviously we had Evie in the last video. You know, I don't know if you watched right to the very end where I got extremely embarrassed. Lipstick and everything.
I was intrigued.
Yes. Don't worry, you're not going to be doing that
No,
today.
don't worry, I've not brought my stuff, you're alright.
Yeah, we're going to just have a nice, simple interview here.
Sounds good.
But yeah, do you have any, since you're primarily beauty, beauty tips?
One of my favourites, I think especially with, you know, we've obviously just had quite a hot summer here in the UK, and by the time winter comes round, I'm sure it'll be absolutely Baltic. I suffer quite a lot from dry lips and quite chapped lips, and one of my favourites is just a home remedy for kind of a lip scrub. You know, you get them a lot in shops and things like that, but one of my absolute favourites is just you mix some olive oil, a wee bit of sugar, maybe some cinnamon for taste, and mix it up, and it's great as a lip scrub. You can use it with a toothbrush as well if you want to give it a real good kind of get the circulation back into your lips. It's really great. It's brilliant for bringing, you know, life back into your lips, and especially as I said with this hot weather, my skin's been suffering a lot and my lips have been suffering as well. It's been great for, you know, especially when I'm applying makeup and things, it makes my lips really hot, and it's cheap as chips. As I said, it's much better than all your kind of fancy shop bought ones. There's nothing extra added into it that causes aggravation or anything, and it's something I use almost on a daily basis, and it's great. It really has.
Oh, you can make that up when you're at home.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. You know, you see all these ones. I know Lush have got a lot, and I've used them, and I really do like them. But I find sometimes they're just a wee bit too for me, and it can actually hurt. Whereas this one, you can change it as well depending on how coarse you want it, you know, how much you really want to give your lips a scrub, or however gentle you want to make it. It's really, really good.
Good, right. So, with regards to advice, right, this is one of the main questions that I wanted to ask you today.
Okay.
Because I saw that you're very, very passionate about this one.
Yes.
So, body confidence is something that you have mentioned quite a few times on your blog, right? So why are you really passionate about this? I can probably guess a few things, but why are you passionate about this on yours? Again,
just through personal experience, you know, growing up, I think, not just for women, but for men as well, there's a lot of pressure publicly, you know, from the press and celebrities and things.
I'd say a lot right now.
Especially right now, especially, you know, with everything that's been happening, and I think it is, even I was affected when I was younger, you know, it did really knock my confidence, and looking back I wish that I hadn't let it bother me as much, and I wish there had been someone there to say, you know, this is quite unrealistic, everyone's beautiful as they are or handsome as they are or whatever, and I didn't have that, and it did, looking back I wish I had been a bit more confident in myself. I also realised that even though I was quite shy and kind of lacking confidence when I was younger, I didn't really need to. Looking back, you know, everyone's beautiful, as I said, and I think I wish I did have that wee person just telling me, you know, you don't need to be a certain way to be happy and things. So I like to kind of do a couple of posts every now and again to remind others that maybe are growing up or our age or older or whatever, that you don't have to live to these pressures. And I hope, again, as I said in the advice, that even if one person just reads it and does feel a bit more confident in themselves and does feel a bit more, you know, a bit happier and a bit more kind of themselves, they don't feel that they need to be anything else or change the way they are, then I've done my job, you know, and I hope that someone maybe has over the last 2.5 years felt that way after reading it.
Well, it's a good area because obviously a lot of bullying in school.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, either due to they're unable to afford a certain brand or the way they look. That's probably the two main things.
Yeah, absolutely.
More so probably the way they look.
Especially in schools, I think, you know, it's natural that a lot of schools have kind of cliques and things like that, and if you don't fit in, then it can really knock you. But it's important to remember that everyone's equal, you know, and I hope that hopefully one person has read it at least and felt better in themselves, and it has built their confidence, hopefully.
Yeah, as long as you're happy with the way you look, that's all that matters.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
So that's good. So thank you. Yeah, that was the main one.
Yeah.
I know that it's more beauty and everything, but that was something that really stood out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right, guys. So Eusebi Deli have been kind enough to bring out some samples for us. So a big thank you to everybody there. This is the veal tartare. I've never had that. So it's going to be interesting to try. I don't know if Nicole, if you've had.
No, I've never had veal before, so I'll be interested to try it.
So moving along, we have scallops, which I really like, so I can't wait to try. And then the last one was it the mackerel? Yeah, the cured mackerel. So I am going to do a blog to accompany this video on the food. So you'll get all the detail there. So instead of me holding everybody back, I'm going to cut the video here and we'll eat. So we're on to the mains. I've ordered crab risotto. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So here it is here. The smell from this is amazing. And Nicole, what have you ordered for your main?
Oof, it is the, what's the name? It's a very fancy name, I'm struggling with the pronunciation. It is the Untitled lemon ricotta. It's very nice, it smells incredible.
That's what Nicole has ordered. So again, I'm going to stop filming so we can all eat. Right, so we've just had the 3-4 dishes at the start, followed by our mains. What did you think of what you tried and what you ordered?
Really good, really liked it. For the first time it was very impressive. I've never tried scallops before, so that was the first time I tried scallops. Definitely get it again, it just melted in the mouth.
They were really nice.
Yeah, it was so good. Good choice, good choice.
What do you think of the veal?
It was good. Yeah, I've never, again, something else I've never tried.
And it's cooked.
Pleasantly surprised. I'm
Sounds
not
a bit
normally,
scary, but...
Yeah, but no, it was really nice, really flavoursome. You know, quite a good mix of like ingredients that just worked so well. Nice.
Yeah, it was. I would definitely have all the dishes again.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the bread. The bread was absolutely amazing. Main course, you ordered...
It was, I've got it here because I can never remember the name, it's Untitled lemon ricotta.
So what did you think?
It was amazing, it was so good. I'm such a kind of pasta ricotta fan, so the nuts that came on it just added a wee kind of taste. It was just a wee bit unusual, a wee bit unique, but it was really good. Again, it just melted in your mouth, so nice and creamy. Definitely recommend.
Well, I had the crab risotto. I highly recommend it if you're coming here. Very nice. And again, before we move on, big thank you to Eusebi Deli for tonight so far. Everything has been amazing. The food and compliments to the chef. So thank you from Nicole and me.
Yes, both of us.
Yeah. So, the dreaded what? The gram.
Yes.
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, you've not seen any of these?
Not, no.
Right, so
no idea.
You really don't know what I've picked.
Not a clue.
So we will start with picture number 1.
Okay.
So tell me a little about this, the sunset. Obviously you were very difficult when it comes to this because everybody, tons of posts on Instagram with regards to the blog. You on the other hand, it was a lot of Disneyland, family, friends, and then obviously more recently you've been doing that. So these were my favourites.
Yes.
And I look forward to seeing more.
Hopefully, see more in the future.
Not hopefully.
Yes, surely.
Definitely.
Surely, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so picture number 1, the sunset. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was last year in Kris. Me and it was actually my mum went to Greece for a really last minute trip. And I remember we were trying to keep it really budget friendly. We thought we'd just go, get a cheap deal, we thought we'd go away, explore somewhere we'd never been before. I thought we'd get some beautiful pictures when I'm there, and we actually went along the front one day and it was an absolutely beautiful day, sun was shining. It was about a week after the earthquake hit, so there was a lot of damage on the strip, and as we were walking up we had seen a lot of kind of boats and things like that along the front, and they had deals on. You could go out, do a wee bit of sailing around the waters, took you to a few islands, and you got your lunch and things like that included, which I think is quite popular in a lot of places, but we'd never done one in Greece, so we jumped straight on. It was really cheap, and it was honestly one of the best days. That was actually taken on the way back in, back in off the boat. We went out for the day, we explored, I think it was 3 or 4 islands around kind of Kos itself, and got our lunch when we were on the boat. went a wee bit shopping and then came back, and as we came back the sun was setting and I just had to take a picture. It was absolutely beautiful.
That's a really nice picture.
Yeah, definitely.
And one of the other reasons I picked that is because I'm going to Greece soon.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
Whereabouts?
Crete.
I've been there as well.
You'll see the vlog on it.
Yes,
yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yes. So, we've kind of covered picture number 2 at the start of the interview.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to talk a bit more about it. Picture number 2 was obviously all the makeup. Your display is really good. So I don't know if you think we maybe talked about that one, or you want to go into a few more things?
I'll talk about that and see. Basically it was when I first kind of started getting into my beauty and things. Kiko Milano was a brand that I fell in love with as soon as I got it. It was one of the first kind of major makeup brands that I worked with quite a while back, and it was kind of an experimental time. I was trying out new techniques, new photography techniques, and kind of different challenges when it comes to layouts and things like that. So that was one of the first ones that I done, where I kind of laid it out and took it from above and tried to kind of mess with the lighting and things like that, trying to kind of get that kind of to improve a wee bit. It was kind of when I first started improving and thinking the photography game, and it's one of the ones actually I'm quite happy about, because it was one of the first kind of good, decent pictures that I'd done, and kind of I could see my skills were improving. So it's quite a personal one.
No, it's nice.
Yes.
Again, as I said, really good. And now I know it isn't actually marble.
It's not marble. My secret's out.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Right, this one looked interesting. Plus, you do have quite a few pictures of you and your friends on.
Yeah.
So I know obviously friends are very important in your life. So that's why I picked this one.
Yes.
So explain this one.
This one was actually in Paisley about, I think it was either last year or the year before. It was bonfire night. And me and my friends often go out, and it's always Paisley we go to for bonfires nights. It became a tradition for us over the last kind of 10, 15 years. And I said, friendship for me is quite important, so I always go with my friends. There's always a big group of us. And that was actually the night the fireworks had been and gone, and everyone was going home, and we went to Stadium. It was like a gorgeous night. It was quite frosty, there was all the lights, and it was beautiful. So we went a wee walk before we went home, and we went across one of the parks, and as I said, all these lights were strung, and although the picture's not the best quality, and I knew that when I took it, I think it's just a dead nice photo with the lights in the background. You've got Paisley in the background as well. It's just really one of my friends, and I think it's a nice photo, and it's one that I really, really like.
Good. Well, I've got one more picture.
Okay.
Okay, so picture number 4.
Another sunset.
Yes. Another one.
Of course. Yeah, as I say, I do love the sunsets, definitely. This one was in Benidorm. I believe 2 years ago now. I've been to Benidorm quite a lot. It's a place that I go many times. I usually go once a year. I absolutely love it. I think it's a place you either love or hate, and I absolutely love it. And it's totally stunning. And we went one night just to one of the bars in the front and sat from about 5 o'clock right to kind of dinner time. Later on, 5 o'clock, sorry, to midnight, and just watched the sunset. We had a couple of drinks, we had a picture of the stag there with us, and it was just absolutely stunning. And I actually think there's no filter in that photo. I'm not like the sunsets, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But I think for some reason it must have been the way the sun was setting, it was absolutely stunning, and the sky was absolutely gorgeous. It was so red, and I just couldn't resist. I had to take a picture, and I've got a collection of sunsets. I'm a sucker for them.
That's it. That's it for Instagram. Were they okay? Scary?
Yeah, no, not at all. I was prepared.
Well, that's it for this episode of Blogger. So, as I do with everybody, I want you to look at the camera again, introduce yourself again, tell them how they can contact you. So it's all yours.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicole, and I'm over at nicolecorbettblog.co.uk. Definitely check me out, all the links will be down below. Thank you.